Now we want to work out the mean, the median and the mode for data which is displayed on a frequency table. Now there's a lot of data here, so if you're going to work out the mean, what this is saying is that there were 3 packets with the contents of 78 and 6 packets with the contents of 79. So I guess we could go, to work out the mean, we've got to add together all of the contents. So it'll be 78 plus 78 plus 78, 3 of those, then 6 79, 79 plus 79 plus 7. It's going to take a long time to do it that way. You can make it a lot simpler here. These 3 78s, 78 plus 78 plus 78, you can actually find that out. Of course, it's just 3 times 78 will give you what 78 plus 78 plus 78 is. And similarly, 79 plus 79 plus 79, 6 times added together is just 6 times 79. What we're going to do is we're putting an extra column here, and what we're doing is we're multiplying the contents by its frequency to give us what the sum of 3 of those, 6 of those, 8 of these and 10 of these is. Now I'm going to work out this column. I'm going to do them on my calculator, but I'm just going to pause the tape and do that. You might like to do that too. So I've got that done now, and now it's going to be easy for me to work out the mean. Now to work out the mean, you've got to add together all the numbers. Now we've already said that these 3 78s equal 234. These 6 79s equal 474. 8 80s equal 640. And so now all I have to do is sum this column, which I've done already, and it comes to 3,231. To find the mean, I sum together my fx column. There's a formula that looks like this. The Greek letter sigma means add together the fx column and divide by the number of numbers that you had there. Now remember, there were 3 78s, 6 packets which had 79 in them, 8 packets that had an 80. If I sum this column, that will tell me how many numbers were there. Add this together, I think you get 40. And so to work out the mean, get the sum of all the jelly beans there, 3,231, and divide by the number of packets, 40. And if you do that, the mean works out to be 80.775. What about the median? Now the median is the middle number. Now there were 40 packs of jelly beans, and so that means the median is the 40 plus 1 over 2 score. Doesn't tell you what the median is, it tells you the position of the median. Now we're not quite sure where that is. Now a cumulative frequency column can help me. Remember, there's 3 packets. If we arrange the packets in order of size from smallest to largest, there would be 3 of them with 78 in it. Then would come 6 packets with 79 in them. So in a way they are in order of size. First these 3, then these 6. So far we've accounted for 9 packets. Then there were 8 more here. We've accounted for 17. Another 10, 27. Another 8, 35. 3. And then 2 more to take us up to 40 packs in all. Now we're particularly interested in the 40 plus 1 over 2 score. That's the 20.5th packet. That doesn't make much sense, but it means between the 20th and the 21st. Okay, now these give us an idea where that might occur. There were 3 packets here. By the time we'd finished all the packets which had 79 in them, we'd accounted for 9 packs. Then after we got through the ones that had 80 in them, we'd accounted for 17. By the time we had got through all the ones that had 81 in them, we had counted 27 of the packs. Now I'm only interested in the 20th and the 21st. I think they would be both in this group. So that would mean that the median would be 81. And the last thing we have to do is find the mode, and that's easy if you've got a frequency distribution table, because you can see that the most common number of jelly beans to have in a pack was 81. There were 10 different packets that were like that. Okay, let's get this set up and we'll have a look at the next. The next one is for the police speed camera, and I'll get you started on that, and then we'll do a little bit of work by ourselves. Now the police speed camera data, we want to work out the mean, the median and the mode again. Now this data was grouped data, grouped frequency data. Now the first group was for people whose speed was between 40 and up to 50. The next group 50 to 60, 60 to 70 and so on. Now if I want to use this sort of technique where to work out the total I multiply the frequency by the speed, it's a little bit tricky because there were a lot of different speeds in this group. People with the speed range between 40 and 50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the frequency by the middle of that group. In other words, it's a little bit like saying that these two people were both doing a speed of 45 kilometers an hour. Now I know that is making a bit of an assumption, and we have lost a little bit of accuracy in doing this, but the result that we come up with should be reasonably okay. We're saying that these 5 people were all doing a speed in the midpoint of this group. This group goes from 50 to 60, so we're going to say that these 5 people were all doing the middle of that group, 55 kilometers an hour. The middle of this group is 65. We're going to say 13 people were doing that speed. The middle of this group, 75, 85 and 95. So what I'd like you to do is complete this table, work out the fx value and the cumulative frequency value if you can. Now, fx value you find by multiplying. We're going to say there's 2 people doing a speed of 45 kilometers an hour. Add them together, 2 times 45 equals 90. These 5 people that were doing a speed of 55, if you multiply 5 by 55, it's the same thing as adding 55 plus 55 5 times. So you can complete 5 times 55, 13 times 65, work out this column and this column, and then we'll work out our mean, median and mode in just a second. How did you go? To work out the mean, we add together this column, the sum of the fx's, and divide by the number of, in this case, cars that went past. If I add together this column, I got 2010, adding those together. The number of cars involved here was 30. 2 of these, 5 here, 13 here, add those together and we'll get 30. All up, mean works out to be 67 kilometers per hour. To work out the median, we can use the formula. The median is the n plus 1 over tooth score. In this case here there were 30 cars, so it'll be 30 plus 1 over tooth score, which, if they are arranged in order of size, it works out to be the 15.5th score, or between the 15th and 16th score. So we're interested in finding out what the 15th and 16th scores are. Now if you have a look here, you can see that if they were, the cars were arranged in order of their speeds, you'd see there were 2 here in the 40s, then 7 here, then 5 here. So far we've counted 7. Then there were 13, so far we've counted 20. Now we're interested in the 15ths and 16ths. We'd counted 7 up to here, then by the time we'd finished this group of cars, we'd counted 20. So I reckon that both the 15th and 16th cars, in terms of their speed, are in this group. So we could say the median is somewhere here. Now we don't know exactly what it is anymore, so what we're going to have to say is that the median group is the group 60 up to 70. So rather than say the median, we can say, with group data, it's often best to talk about the median group. It's the group 60 to 70, not actually equaling 70. What about the modal group? The modal group is the group which has got the mode in it, because we probably can't say exactly what the mode is anymore because the data has been grouped. But you can see, if you look down here, the group which has got the highest frequency is this one here. There are 13 cars in this group. So once again, the group 60 to 70 is the mode, the modal group.